Hello, my name is Sandy and welcome to my channel, Dazzling Crochet Trinkets. Today was a quite eventful day for me, and also yesterday. Nothing to do with YouTube. Well, not yet, anyways. Mr. Dazzling, my husband, decided that for May 1st he wanted to fire up the barbecue that is outside on the terrace across my bed slash office slash craft room, and I was literally smoked alive for 2 to 3 hours. I was walking around the house with a KN95 mask and my eyes were tearing up profusely. So I was begging him to cut it short. I couldn't even eat it, just a bowl of saddle. But anyway, everything was stinking on smoke in this room, and I had to wash my bed sheets and the makes that were outside the drawers. Oh, it was horrible. It was a very tiresome day. So, anyways, today we have covered so far some basic common stitches that you can do almost anything with. So we have covered the slip stitch. Let's get on to business. I forgot to say, but okay, we have covered slip stitch, the chains, the single crochets. Both of these symbols are used in the chart. Half double crochet, treble crochet, or triple crochet. Well, I can call it either way, it doesn't matter. And we haven't touched the double treble, not yet, but today we're going to do with this little bad boy here. This is a front post double crochet. It does sound quite something, right? But it's not. Actually, it's pretty easy to do. And since we're going to do the front post double crochet, I have a perfect chart, a perfect pattern for just that one. It uses the front post double crochets and the double crochets, also the chains. Let's get to it. So this is the pattern. Looks a little bit daunting, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's easy. This is a pattern, chart diagram, whatever you want to call it, for the waffle stitch. The waffle stitch. Okay, now this particular pattern and this particular chart has all the information that you need. It really does. It tells you where to start. It shows you where the rows. It shows you what are the 3 stitch repeats that are in this pattern. You can easily see them here. If you go with your fingers like that, you will see the stitch pattern repeating over here, right? There it is, 3 stitch pattern. That's it. But it's actually 2 stitches, 2 different stitches, the double crochet and the front post double crochet. And here we can see that the pattern says that there is a 2-row repeat. Nothing complicated, nothing fancy, just the 2-row repeat throughout your project. Also, it tells you how many chains to do, in what way. This is the foundation chain suggestion. And it says it has to be a multiple of 3, meaning that you have to chain multiples of 3, 3 chains, 3 chains, 3 chains, 3 chains, how many long you would like to make it. So it has to be like 2 times 3 or 3 times 3 or 8 times 3, and that multiplication table chart comes pretty handy in this case. The +2s are just to carry on to the next row. We're working in rows today. We have been working in rounds, but today this is a row pattern. Also, it has the legend, the stitch key, as they say, what stitches were made and used, what stitches we used, in this pattern. We have the chain, we have the double crochet, and the new one, the front post double crochet. Now let's start. Okay, let's see. It says here to chain 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But let me count that again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Why 14? Okay, it does say 14 here, but it has to be a multiple of 3. That means that you have to have 15. So let's do our slip knot and start it. So we're crossing it over, coming from behind. Oh yes, I'm using 5mm crochet hook. This is thick yarn, this is the Picasso, so I'm using that one. Coming from behind, grabbing your working yarn and coming through. Tied it up and we are ready. It's a no-name hook, so it works fine for me. It does its job. So let's chain 15. 1, 2, whoops, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So then the pattern says we have to start from the 3rd chain from a hook, meaning in the 4th chain, so not counting this one. 1, 2, 3. We're going to start here. So let's yarn over, go through that chain, grab your yarn, pull up 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now for the first row, we're just going to do the double crochets throughout. So let's do them. We're going to do the double crochets till we reach the end. And that's what we are going to do. Okay, and we make our double crochets all the way to the end of that row 1. That is simple as it can be. Let me get some yarn. Okay, just double crochets down the chain. It's something to have while we work the front post double crochets, because you have to have something to grab onto. Well, you'll see when I get there. Just let me get to the end of the row. Okay, few more, just a few more till we reach the end of it. Okay, we are now at the end. Another double crochet. Let's tighten that a little bit up. Now we've done our first row. That's just double crochets. Now the second row, it says chain 2, so that we can start another row, a turning chain, right? What do we do when we have a turning chain? We turn our work. That's it. Now we're turning our work. We are now on the back side. Okay, the first stitch is that front post double crochet. Now let me show you how to do it. Yarn over as you're starting the double crochet, but then we're not going to work on top of the stitch, but instead we're going to go behind this little post, this little stitch here. That's the first stitch that we need to do. See that? I am really literally behind this stitch. Let me switch over so that you can see. See that? Okay, let me show you again. So this first stitch, it's going to be our front post double crochet. We have yarned over. Now, keeping that one, go with your hook behind and catch that stitch. See? I'm through. Now we yarn over, pull through, and we have 3 loops again on a hook, and now we finish the double crochet as usual. And that's our front post double crochet. On the pattern, it says we need to do 2 normal double crochets, so let's do them. yarn over. Now we're not going here, we're going on the next stitch. The stitch is done. Even though you can see the V, see, you can see that V over here, but that's not the stitch that we need to work on. So let's find the next stitch and work our double crochet in it. And it says to make 2, so let's make another one. So 2 double crochets, 1 in each double crochet. Okay, the next stitch we see in the pattern is the front post double crochet, so let's do it. Yarn over. Again, if it's too hard to see, this is the stitch that we have just made on top of that one. The next one is going to be our front post, so you might want to a little bit stretch, a little bit of stretching between, so that you can see where to put your hook. So let's go in and then behind the stitch, grab your yarn, pull up. Now yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. See, it's not that complicated. Now it says to do 2 normal double crochets, so let's do them. Again, we're not working into that very first stitch, but really the stitch that is showing here, this is the next stitch. See, this is the front post, this is the next double crochet, so we do it on top, 1 and another one, 2 of them. Okay, we've done these 2. Now we need to do the front post double crochet, so we yarn over, we stretch this a little bit so that we can see, go behind, grab the yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So see, it's not that complicated, it's just the way where you place your stitch. The next 2 are again double crochets, normal ones on top of them. If you do not know where to find it, or it's hard to find it because of a yarn, or something is too tight or too small, you can stretch this a little bit, and where the front post double crochet is, here is the next stitch you need to work on. So we're working on top of it. 1 double crochet and another double crochet. There it is. We've done those 2. Next we need to do a front post double crochet, so let's do it. Yarn over, stretch this so that you can see it at first, then you don't need to, you will know how to place the front post double crochet, but for the first time let's just do that. Yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and all we have to do is make the last double crochet of the row. Let's do it. There it is on top. So we do our normal double crochet. As you can see, this is our second row. Yeah, it tends to be a little bit wonky, but you can see the front posts coming a little bit up. See, they're a little bit you can see them, right? And just for good measure, let's add another double crochet here in this chain 2 space from previous row, and that's our row 2. Okay, now we're done our row 2. Now we're going to do row 3. Again, we need to chain 2, 1, 2, and we're going to turn our work. Let's turn. That's it. Now we're on our right side. This was our back side. Now we are on the right side. And it says that we need to make a double crochet on top of this front post double crochet that was, below. Let's do it. So we are making 1 normal double crochet, I'm not reading this right. Wait. No, that double crochet is not going to land there. I'm sorry. Let's go back. Yeah, I'm easy to follow this without looking at the pattern because you know how to place the stitches. Yeah, I can even explain that to you. The way I figured out how to follow the waffle stitch without the pattern is to look at the stitches that you see here. So basically, each of these front posts, double crochets, and each of these little hidden ones over there are actually what you need to do, what you need to follow. So let's make one double crochet into that first stitch. Then since this was a normal double crochet on previous row, we're going to make a front post here. Let's do. Go behind the stitch, yarn over, and pull through 2 and pull through 2. Now, this one, this hidden one over here was a front post from the previous row, but we're going to place a normal double crochet into that one. And then we have these were the normal ones from the previous row. But since they're placed like this, we're going to put 2 front post double crochets around them. Another one. And that's it. Now this hidden one is the front post from the previous row, but we're going to place a normal double crochet on top of it. Okay? Next are 2 front post double crochets. Yarn over, go behind the stitch, not on top, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and another one. Okay, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and there's the hidden one. We're going to place a normal double crochet on it, even though that was a front post from the previous row. Now we're going to make 2 front post double crochets. Okay, and another one. That's it. Then we have that hidden one over there, so let's make a normal double crochet. He's not letting me. Okay. Oh, come on, there you are. A normal double crochet and just another one in that chain space we made from the previous row. Now this is the back side of the stitch. You cannot see it clearly, right? So let's do, since this is, well, it does say here, you know, since we started a little bit differently, but it does follow the pattern. So here's the normal double crochet, 2 front post double crochets, normal double crochet, 2 front post double crochets, normal double crochet, and so on and so on and so on. Even here we have 2 normal double crochets, but that's okay, that's just fine. As long as it looks like this, that is just fine. Okay, row 4 is literally row 2, because it says here that this pattern is 2 row repeat. And now I'm going to show you how I know where to place what stitch where. Okay, let's chain 2 and turn the work. Now we can see the beginning of a waffle stitch, right? Can you see that? You'll see it even better when I finish this row. Okay, now we're repeating row 2, right? But the way I have managed to work this stitch without thinking about the pattern, written or chart, is by looking at the stitches. So this stitch is protruding or bulging out, if you like, when you see it from the side. See? And these were a little bit behind. All of these protruding ones are the front posts. On all of those, here, here, and here, you're going to do the front posts. See? But on these hidden behind, we're going to place a normal double crochet. And that way you don't have to watch the chart, no matter how long your project is. So let's do it. We're going to place first a normal double crochet here, 1. Then we're going to make a front post double crochet here because it's a little bit up. See? Okay, let's do it. Going from behind, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And these are a little bit in the back. On those 2, we're going to place 1 double crochet and another one. So 2 double crochets on those 2, a little bit in the back. Next one is a little bit raised. See? That's our front post double crochet. So we're going to make 1 front post double crochet. Next 2, they're here, a little bit in the back. Those are the 2 normal double crochets. And we're going to make another one. That's it. 2 normal double crochets. Here is the raised one, so that's the front post double crochet. I don't even have to look at the pattern. Well, it might be confusing for somebody, but this is how I figured out the waffle stitch in the easiest way. These 2 are a little bit behind, so we're placing 2 normal double crochets, 2. So this one is a little bit raised, so that's the front post double crochet we're going to make. And then we have 1 normal double crochet here and 1 more. Okay, so far we can sort of assume what a waffle stitch is going to look like, but the 3 stitch repeat is there. That's what we're doing. We're just repeating 2 stitches in a 3 stitch pattern and also repeating 2 rows throughout our work. Now let's continue, so you'll see what it looks like after a couple of rows. Chain 2 and turn our work. Okay, now let's place a normal double crochet into that first stitch, and you can clearly see this one raised, so this is going to be our front post double crochet. Let me get a little bit more yarn and not get tangled up. Yeah. Okay, now this one a little bit in the back is going to be our normal. Let me finish this front post, sorry. Now this is a normal double crochet there, and these 2 are raised, so that's going to be our front post double crochet. Let's make them. There's 1 and there's 2. This one hidden gets a normal double crochet, so it's easy to see them, you know. These 2 are going to be the front post double crochets. So go through, behind, pick it up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That one behind gets a normal double crochet. Then we have 2 front post double crochets over here because they are raised a little bit from the project, from the pattern that we're working. And we have 1 normal double crochet here and another one over here. Okay, now this is our back side. See, now we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and turn our work. Now we can see And this is the waffle stitch. Let's do this row. 1 normal double crochet into the first stitch. Okay, see that one is raised, so that's going to be a front post double crochet. Okay, now we have 2 a little bit behind, a little bit in the back. That's going to be 2 normal double crochets, not front posts, working on top of them. Again, this one is raised, so a front post double crochet, then 2 normal double crochets, 2 normal double crochets, as I said. There it is. And then raised one, that's a front post double crochet. So as you see, 2 normal double crochets. This pattern is easy, and when you look at it without looking at the pattern or chart, well, even a written pattern, you get a hang of it. You know, it's just repeating 2 stitches basically in a 2-row repeat, and the stitches are repeated in 2 sequences. One has only 1 front post with 2 normal double crochets, and the other combination has 2 front posts with a single double crochet, with 1 double crochet. And since we're looking at the stitches while we're working, we can see which ones are raised to place the front post double crochet. So you don't even have to think. You can work as fast as you like. And then we place a normal double crochet here. And we're placing another double crochet here. So that's a waffle stitch. It looks fun, doesn't it? It looks pretty, like little squares. But it's great for blankets. It's great even for jumpers, sweaters, for, yeah, face scrubbies if you want to make them out of cotton. Yeah, it can be used as a dishcloth with that cotton that nobody loves. That concrete and pitch, whatever was its name. But this is really a waffle stitch. Now, let me show you what it looks like in a different colorway. Look at it. And it's so squishy. And I love it. See? This is that front. It looks so beautiful. And this is what it looks like on behind. So, I'm again closing in on my half hour. Hope I didn't bore you to death. Okay. That was the waffle stitch. Practice it. It's easy. So, if you think that I have helped you understand a little bit of reading the pattern, the diagram, to work up a project with the charts, like and subscribe. It will be very helpful. Comment, critique me, say hi, ask questions. I'm here. So, I'll see you soon. Have a great day, night, morning, evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.